Hi, everybody. How are we doing today? No one found freaky songs? That's not a freaky song. What are you talking about? That's not a freaky song at all. I request pillow talk. Harding and Tessa ain't leaving that bedroom. Okay. All right. Oh, that is an adorable emote. What emote is that? Who's that from? Bears? Just Bears Chase? What? Who got the name Just Bears? What? Can I click and see? Bears Adventures. Okay. All right. I know. I remember seeing them. The woman who streams WoW and made the Pandaran. Yeah, that's adorable. That is a great. I'm gonna follow them just so I have access to those. They seem very cool, but also, holy shit, that is a great emo set. All right, so good morning, everybody. Today is the day. It is our 300 follower goal after stream, where we are going to be only reading smut for 2 full hours. I have lozenges. I have water. I've prepared a nice cuppa to make sure that I am prepared to read nothing but smut. Read to us, Poppy. I'll be reading to you all, my precious little baby bears. Let's go. We're going to be reading from chapter 56. Last time we read, it was after Hardin. She tried to get Hardin to go to the wedding, to go to her dad's wedding. And what happened was he said that he did not want to. And then got all pissy again because he has one. Oh, I spilled water on myself. He has one mode, and it's get pissy. So that's where we're at. We got a pissy ass little Hardin. Everyone's having a little meltdown. Not fun. Uh-oh. And then he came, got her, and he said, spend the night with me. She said no, but absolutely did. Sometimes he gets sad too. I will give us that. Hold on. I've got to turn the light on. He definitely came. Oh, he came and was like, baby, we coming. That's what we're doing tonight. The only thing that's happening tonight is the coming from all of us. Oh, ghouls. Yeah, no, it's gross. It's gross what's happening. I hope you're ready because this is your favorite book. You're in the smut stream. Yeah, you came here. And guys, we are over halfway. Sleep with me? No. Yeah, that's what happened. She went, no. And he was like, come on. And legit, she was just like, yeah, I really wanted him to ask me anyway. What if I pull out? To be fair, they haven't had sex yet. They have not had sex yet. We are not at that point. I'm assuming we're building to that. I imagine that'll be after the, that should be. You are not prepared. No. No, and we know that from what Tessa has described. He big. What if I pull out? Well, all right. That sounds great. You guys are going to have to tolerate me drinking tea and taking... I got... just in case, I got a whole bag of Halls. Just to make sure. All right, let's get over to our read. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking get started. I know Brian and Taka are supposed to come. They're very excited. I'm very excited for them to get 2 full hours of After. I really hope they don't miss it. It's going to be a great time. And we have our tea, and we have everything going. So we are on chapter 56 of After. Harden on that kitty. Oh, God. Best way to pass a long bus ride. I'm sure you won't be traumatized from this and need therapy one day, ghouls. I really appreciate you. Chapter 56 of After. No joking on the bus. I stare out the passenger window, not wanting to speak first. After a couple of blocks, Hardin turns on the radio and then turns it up too loud.
I roll my eyes, but I try to ignore it until I can't. I hate his taste in music, and it gives me an instant headache. Without asking, I turn the knob down and Hardin looks over at me. Ayo, whoa. We got the best emote in here today. What? I snap. Whoa, someone's in a pissy mood, he says. No, I just didn't want to listen to that. And if anyone is in a bad mood, it is you. You were being rude earlier. Then you text me and asked me to stay? I don't get it. I was pissed because you brought up the wedding. Now that it's settled that we aren't going, there's no need for me to be pissed. His tone is calm and chill. It is not settled. We didn't even talk about it. Yes, we did. I told you I'm not going. So drop it, Tessa. Oh, sorry, Teresa. He called her Teresa. Well, you may not be going, but I am. And I'm going over your dad's house to learn to bake with Karen this week, I tell him. He quinces his jaw and glares at me. You're not going to the wedding. And what? Are you and Karen like best friends now? You barely even know her. Why don't I settle these nuts on your chin? Why are you being so difficult? He says, through gritted teeth. Because you aren't going to tell me what to do, Hardin. It's not happening. If I want to go to the wedding, I will. And I really would like you to come with me. It could be fun. You may even have a nice time. Sorry. It would mean a lot to your father and Karen. Not that you care about that. He doesn't say anything. He lets out a large breath, and I stare out the back window. Oh, sorry, stare back out the window. The rest of the ride is spent in silence. Both of us, too angry to speak. When we pull up to the fraternity house, Hardin grabs my bag out of the back seat and pulls it over his shoulder. Bo tells us to do stuff all the time, you hypocrite. I know. Yup. It's bad. It's ridiculous. Why are you part of a frat anyway? I ask him. Is she warning? I've been wanting to know the answer since I discovered his womb the first time. No, there's no growth. I don't believe that for a second. We're only 298 pages in. That's way too early for growth in this book. He takes a deep breath as we walk up the steps, because by the time I agreed to come here, the dorms were full, and I sure as hell wasn't going to live with my father, since I discovered his womb. So this was the one of the few options I had left. But why stay in it? Because I don't want to live with my father, Tessa. Besides, look at his house. Look at this house, it's nice. And I did get the biggest room. He smokes a little, and I'm glad to see his anger is dying down. I know, I'm late. It's okay, Brian, we just started. We actually just started reading. I think we're only 3 pages in. Not even. We're one page in because I took forever. We were listening to Ferngoey's Toxic Love and Pony by Genuine, whoever the fuck that is. I just went to bed at 6 a.m. You went to bed at 6 a.m.? To be fair, Mags and I went to bed at 4 a.m. But I set an alarm for you. Well, thank you so much, Brian. You all appreciated. And here we go. We're going to Hardin's house. It's going to be remarkable. A terrible, terrible time for everybody involved. I mean, why don't you live off campus? I ask him, and he shrugs. Maybe he doesn't want to have to get a job. I follow him quietly to his room and wait as he unlocks the door. What is with him and his obsession over no one going into his room? Why won't you let anybody in your room, I ask, and he rolls his eyes. He puts my bag down on the floor. Why do you always ask so many questions? He groans and sits down in the chair. I don't know. Why won't you answer them? I ask, but he, of course, ignores me. Can I hang up my outfit for tomorrow? I don't want to get it too wrinkled from being in my bag. He seems to think about it for a second before he nods and stands to retrieve the hanger from the closet. I grab the skirt and blouse the blouse out and put them on the hanger, ignoring his sour expression at my clothing. I have to get up earlier than usual tomorrow so I can be at the bus station at 8:45. Uh, the the stop 3 streets over is en route to get to be 2 blocks away from Vance. I inform him. What? You're going there tomorrow? Why didn't you tell me? I did. You were too busy soaking to pay attention. I fire back. I will drive you there. No need to take, what is it, like an hour-long bus ride. I want to decline his offer just to annoy him, but I decide against it. Holden's car is a much better way to get there than a crowded bus. And then in the car, you get the chance of getting finger blasted. Holden doesn't even seem to like her. Holden is always inconvenienced by her. Quack it. Quack it? Quack what? An hour-long bus ride? Ew, I know, but they're gross, so they deserve gross terminology. Really? What? This is the smut book. This is your smut book. I'll just get my own car, I tell him, and the last thing I need is for you to be mad at me and not pick me up. I would never do that, his tone is serious. Yeah, you would. Then I would be stuck trying to find a bus route. No thanks, I half joke. I honestly feel like I could depend on him, but I don't want to take any chances. He's just too moody. Harding turns on the television and stands up to change his clothes. So I home in on what he's doing. No matter how annoyed I am with him, I could never turn down a chance to watch him undress. His shirt is pulled over his head first. Then I watch his muscles contract under his skin as he unbuttons and pulls down his tight black jeans. Just as I think he's going to wear only boxers, he pulls a pair of thin cotton pants out of his dresser and puts them on. He stays shirtless. Lucky for me. I thought she was earring my quacking. Oh, no. She was not earring the quacket. She was earring what I said. Is my man weed and smut? Why am I so wait? Oh yeah, we weed and smut. We do smut on this channel. Well, actually, halfway through, after. But then you don't want him to see you get undressed. Oh no, she is all about watching. Tessa's a watcho. That's what she do. Here, he mumbles and hands me the shirt he just removed. I can't help to smile on my face as I take it in my hands. This must be our thing now. He must like me wearing his shirt to bed as much as I love the smell of him on the fabric. Hardin focuses on the television as I follow his lead and change into his shirt and pair of yoga pants. The pants are more like spandex leggings, but they're comfortable. After I fold my bra and clothes, Hardin finally looks at me again. He clears his throat and his eyes wake my body. With the shirt again? Yeah, she's got a system. She knows what gets her going. Those, are really sexy. I flush. Thanks. Much better than your fuzzy crowd pants, bitch. Sorry. Oh, God. It's like he likes to compliment her and then just spit in her fucking face. Anything is better than the river shirt. Ugh, the river shirt was rough. I don't know. Maybe that was it for her. Tessa wearing a hardened shirt. Yeah, just full bashful, like, oh my God. But maybe when he threw his shirt at her and was like, towel off, maybe she was into it. Maybe that's what turned her on with shirts. Maybe she got a shirt thing now. He teases, and I laugh while taking a seat on the floor. I feel oddly comfortable in his room. Maybe it's the book or Hardin. I am not sure. Did you mean it in the car when you said you barely know me? He asked quietly. His question is very unexpected. Sort of. You aren't the easiest person to get to know. I feel like I know you, he says. His eyes locked onto mine. Yeah, because I wet you. I tell you things about myself. I tell you things too. It may not seem that way, but you know me better than anyone else does, which is kind of fucking sad, man. He looks down at the floor and then back into my eyes. He looked sad and vulnerable, such a difference from his usual angry intensity, but equally as captivating. I am not sure what to say to his confession. I feel like I do know Hardin on a very personal level. Like, somehow we connect much deeper than just knowing minuscule bits of information about each other. But it doesn't feel like nearly enough. I need to know more. I know me better than anyone, too, I tell him. You know me better than anyone, too, I tell him. He knows me, the real Tessa, not the Tessa that I have to pretend to be around my mother or even know her. I have told Hardin things about my father leaving, my mother's criticism, and my fears that I have never told anybody else. Hardin seems very pleased with this, information. A smile covered his beautiful face, and he stands from the chair and moves over to me. He takes my hand into his and pulls me up. What do you want to know, Tessa? He asks, and my heart warms. Hardin is finally willing to tell me more about himself. I am this much closer to figuring out this complicated and angry yet sometimes lovely man. Hardin and I both lie back on the bed, eyes on the ceiling as I ask him at least 100 questions. He talks about the place he grew up, Hampstead, and how nice it was living there. He talks about the scar on his knee from the first time he learned to ride a bike with no training wheels, and how his mother passed out from the blood. I've always wanted to know what that tongue do, though. Hey, yo, what that fucking tongue do, Hardin? I think she actually knows very well what that tongue does. I think that twice already. It's very bizarre. I was not prepared for it. His father was at the bar that day, all day long, so his mother was the one who taught him. He tells me about grade school and how he spent most of his time reading. He was never very social, and as he got older, his dad drank more and more, and his parents fought more and more. He tells me about how he got kicked out of secondary school for fighting, but his mother begged him to let him back in. He began getting tattoos at 16. His friend would do them from his basement. His first tattoo was a star, and once he got one, he wanted more and more. He tells me he doesn't have a specific reason why he hasn't tattooed his back. He just hasn't gotten around to it yet. He hates birds, despite the two inked above his collarbones. He has two birds? Nah, she's just obsessed with his big, strong hands. I don't know, that tongue do some magic, though, and she seems really into it. Remember? His whips taste like metal, like wicking a battery. She loves this. The best day of his life was when he learned to drive, and the worst day was when his parents divorced. His father stopped drinking when he was 14 and has been trying to make up for all the terrible years, but Hardin isn't having it. My head is swimming with all this new information, and I feel like I finally understand him. There are still many more things I would love to know about him, but he falls asleep while telling me about the playhouse made from cardboard boxes that he and his mother and his friend made when he was 8. I watch him sleep. He appears so much younger now that I know his childhood, which seems like it mostly was happy until his father's alcoholism poisoned it, creating the angry Hardin of today. I leaned over and gave the proud rebel a kiss on the cheek before crawling into bed. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Sorry, that was cringy as shit. The proud rebel. Oh, yeah, Hardin's using every trick in the book. Hey, I used to have a terrible life. Look, I'm a sad boy, but also troubled. Are you looking to get it in? Because it kind of sounds like you're looking to get it in. And you know what? That's okay. Proud rebel. No, I'm not fucking kidding. That's what it actually says. That's what it really says. Hold on, let me break this. I lean over and give the proud rebel a kiss on his cheek before crawling into bed to sleep too. This is your book, ghouls. Your book. I don't want to wake him, so I pull the comforter sideways and cover myself. That night, my dreams are crowded by curly-haired little boy falling off a bicycle. So fucking cringe. Stop! I jolt awake at the pain sound of Hardin's voice. I look around for him, then peer over the bed to see his body joking on the floor. I hurry out of bed and get down to him and gently shake his shoulders to try to wake him. I remember how difficult it was last time, so I lean down on him and wrap my small arms around his shoulders as he tries to thrash away from me. A whimper escapes his perfect lips, and then his eyes shoot open. Tess, he gasps and wraps his arms around me. He is panting, sweating. I should have asked him about the nightmares, but I didn't want to be greedy. He told me much, much more than I had expected him to. I'm here, I say, to comfort him. I pull his arm, gesturing for him to get up and come to bed. When his eyes meet mine, the confusion and fear slowly fade out of him. I thought you left, he whispers. We lie down and he pulls me close to him as possible. I run my fingers through his damp, unruly hair, and his eyes flutter closed. I don't say anything, I just continue to rub his scalp to calm him. Don't ever leave me, Tess, he whispers and falls back into a sleep. My heart nearly explodes at his plea, and I know that as long as he wants me here, I am here. And that is the end of chapter 56.
So, hold on. They're like a week into this relationship, right? Like, this is like a new fucking thing. This woman's a terrible right. I know. She's like, Hardin's going to open up, and rather than it be in small doses, it's going to be nonstop all fucking day. What is this smut I've been listening to for half an hour? I thought it was Muttlet. Dog on dog violence. Some doggy action unsubbed off to family friendly channels. All right, I'll see you, cunt. Thanks for popping in. I didn't realize you wanted mutt literature. But no, but for real, like the writing in this, it's like as she starts to open up, he's like, and then Hardin spills all of his deepest secrets immediately. Like, that's not how opening up to a person works. It's a slow process. You do little things. You tell them about yourself. You don't do one night of exposing yourself and then jork. Yeah, right? All you do is jork. It's insane. I should have just known. It's just trauma dumping. It really is. Shit, I was going to sub and act like it was a mistake. PayPal issues. It's fine. It happens. I get that. I'm just glad you're here, cunt. I can't be bothered with subs. I'm not even worried about him. Bounce. Sorry. Could not resist. It's me. 'Tis me who has fallen to the puns. I need another lozenge. I got creamy strawberry lozenges, and they are fucking delicious.
Hail to the king, baby.
I am the king of all puns. Y'all will never know. All right, we're pressing on. We're gonna just keep this train going.
Chapter 57. The next morning, I wake up before Hardin managed to.
Brian, thank you so much for the sub. Jesus Christ, Brian. All right. Well, Brian did not give 37 subs. He gifted a total of 37 subs to the channel, which is so fucking crazy. Oh, it's funny. I actually never removed your name. It's still right here. It's this one, this yellow one. Thank. That was actually my plan to do later today, but I have not done it. So, you're staying on the wall, cunt. You're already there.
The next morning, I wake up before Hardin and manage to roll him off me and untangle our legs without waking him. The memory of him saying my name in relief and all the secrets about himself he disclosed makes my heart aflutter. He was so unguarded and open last night, it made me care for him even more. The depth of my feelings for him scares me, and I feel like I can't tell they're there. But I'm not really ready to face them yet. I get my curling iron and a small bag of Steph's makeup I borrowed with her permission, of course, and walk down to the bathroom. Just Brian. Brian's the fucking best. Brian needs everything in the world. Everyone make sure you're following Brian. He's the coolest dude in the world. Mags, if you have a second, or Dubs, give a shout out to Brian. He's the fucking best. The hallway is empty and no one knocks on the door while I get ready. I'm not as lucky when I make my way back to Hardin's room. Three guys come out of the hall in my direction. One of them, Wogan. Hey, Tessa, he chirps, flashes me his perfect smile. Hey, how are you? I feel awkward with the three of them staring at me. good, just on our way out. Are you, like, moving in here or something? He says and laughs. No, definitely not. I just, visiting. I have no clue what to say. The tall guy bends down and whispers something in Wogan's ear. I can't make out what he says, but I walk away. Well, see you guys later. I say, yeah, see you tonight at the party. Wogan says and walks away. What party? Why wouldn't Harden mention a party to me? Did that work? Is that on mobile? I don't think so. I think you gotta do, I think that's not working. We gotta do shout out. Just flying. Boom. There we go. There's the shout outs given. Boom. It's gotta be backslash shout out. Maybe he doesn't plan on being there. Or maybe he just doesn't want you to come, my subconscious adds. Who throws a party on a Tuesday anyway? When I reach Harden's door, it opens before I reach the handle. Where were you, he says, and opens it wide enough for me to walk in. Doing my hair, I wanted to let you sweep. I told you not to be wandering the halls, Tessa. He scolds, and I told you not to boss me around, Harden, I add sarcastically, and his features soften. Touche, he adds. Her subconscious is just Gollum. We can try to deal with Gollum. No, me, he doesn't want you to come. I'm not good at Gollum. We'll stick with Bowie. Touche, he laughs and steps closer to me. He places one hand on the small of my back and puts the other beneath my shirt and on my stomach. His fingers are rough with calluses, but glide gently on my skin, moving higher and higher on my stomach. However, you really should wear a bra when you're warming the halls of a fraternity house, Tessa. Teresa, do you think that this is a porno? Because it's fucking about to be. He brings his mouth to my ear, and at that exact moment, his fingers find my breast. He rubs over the sensitive area with his thumbs, making them harder under his touch. Fuck the patriarchy. He sucks in a sharp breath, and I am frozen, but my heart is racing. You never know what kind of perverts are roaming the hall. Perverts are working in these halls, he says softly into my ear. You thought this was Wogan for a second? It's just random dude just fucking pin test to the wall. I wouldn't put it past Anna Todd. His thumbs swirl around my nipples before he pinches them lightly. My head falls to his chest, and I am unable to control my moans as his fingers continue their gentle assault. I bet I can make you come just by doing this, he says. And he says, and applies more pressure. I had no idea that this could feel this good. A pal that pays. I would have got to fix waiter this week, but I need that smut. The smut is important. Well, definitely tune in, cunt, because it's getting weird in here. I nod and Harden chuckles, my mouth against his ear. Do you want me to do that? Make you come? He asks, and I nod again. Does he even have to ask? Why, my heavy breathing and shaky knees should give it all away. Oh yeah, ghouls. What's everyone having for breakfast? It's a smutty fucking breakfast. Get your full English smut today. Oh no, does he even have to ask? My heavy breathing and shaky knees should give it away. Good go. Now let's move on to that he begins when the alarm on my cell phone goes off. I snap to attention. Oh god, we have to leave in 10 minutes, Harden. You're not even dressed, I'm not even dressed. I pull away, but he shakes his head and pulls me back in. I'm having Burger King French toast sticks and smut. Thanks for asking. May I have smut with an extra smut? I pull away, but he shakes his head and pulls me back in. This time, pulling my pants and panties down my legs. He reaches over and shuts my phone off. I only need 2 minutes. That leaves 8 to get dressed. He whisks me off the floor, taking me over to the bed. He sits me down on it, kneels in front of me, and pulls me by my ankles to the edge. Spread your legs, baby. He coos, and I oblige. Fucking yikes. Bangles and mash. Real smutty English food. I want some bangles and mash. I don't know this bitch. That's fucking cringe, bitch. Nothing like I only need 2 minutes. Ever. Ever is sexier. Nothing sexier than this. I'm sorry. Are you my OBGYN? You're gonna feel a widow pressure. You're gonna like the way you look. God. I know this wasn't on my schedule for the morning, but I can't think of a better way to start my day. His long fingers trace up my thighs, and he holds me down with one hand. His head dips down and he wicks up and down my core once before puckering his lips and sucking. It's that spot again. Oh, Lord. My hips buck off the bed and he pushes me back down and continues to hold me down. Using his other hand, he inserts a finger into me, pumping faster than ever before. I can't decide if his hands or his sucking feels better. But the combination is mind-boggling, mind-blowing. Within seconds, I feel that burn in the pit of my stomach, and he pumps his fingers faster. Some spotted dick, too. He's pumping those fingers. Yep, pumping those fingers faster and faster. There's nothing a girl likes from going from 0 to 900. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try for 2, okay? He says, and I moan in approval. The feeling is strange and a little uncomfortable. Like the first time he slipped his one finger inside me, but when he places his lips back on me and sucks again, I forget about the subtle pain. I whimper as Hardin removes his mouth once more. Shit, you're so tight, baby. His words alone are going to send me over the edge. You okay? He asks. I grab him by his curls and push his face down. He chuckles and then attaches his lips again. I moan his name and pull his hair as I experience my strongest orgasm ever. Not that I have had many, but this one is definitely the quickest and the strongest. Hardin places a small kiss on my hip bone before standing and walking to the closet. I lift my head to try to catch my breath. Oh my god, I hate Hardin so much. Pumping iron on that steel rod. Yeah, no, Hardin's pretty fucking awful. I whip my head and try to catch my breath. He walks back over and wipes me off with a t-shirt. With a t-shirt, which might be more embarrassing if I was fully coherent. Maybe Hardin's got a t-shirt fetish. I'll be right back. I'm going to brush my teeth. What the fuck, Anna? Wait. Yup, Hardin just went, got a t-shirt from the closet, and came back and wiped her off. Like a baby. What the fuck? T-shirt kink, it's heel, it's wheel. Hardin wiped her bitch. Yeah, Hardin went to the closet, got a t-shirt, walked back, and just went, wipe. Okay, ghouls, that's fucking weird. Yeah, so this is super weird. This is not a thing that people do. You don't just wipe a human. Ghouls must know that's not what goes down. This is not what goes down. Hardin so considerate wiping after. You know, he made a mess. Made a mess. It's his job to clean up. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You know, we know what to do here. I'll be right back. I'm going to brush my teeth. He smiles and exits the room. I stand up and get myself dressed and check the time. We have 3 minutes until we have to leave. When Hardin returns, he quickly gets dressed and we're gone. Do you know how to get there? I ask and he pulls out the driveway. Yeah, my father's best mate from university is Christian Vance. He tells me I've been there a couple times. Oh, wow, I knew Ken had a connection there, but I didn't know that the CEO was his best friend. Guys, I'm calling it. In Hardin's room, he has a stash of messed shirts that he wipes girls with. This is his big secret. He's been keeping them in the closet or in a chest somewhere.
Some guys collect panties. Some people collect other things. He collects um, cum slicked shirts. His name is Hard In Sado. I know it's not good writing.
Don't worry, he's a nice guy. A bit of a square, but nice. You'll fit right in. His smile is contagious. You look lovely, by the way. Thank you. You seem to be in a good mood this morning, I say teasingly. He keeps him under his pillow. No, he stuffed his pillowcase with him as a pillow. We've cracked the case, Brian. Yeah, having your head between my thighs this early in the morning seems like an omen for a good day. He laughs and takes my hand in his. Hard and nice going, but he only laughs once more. The drive goes quickly, and in no time we're pulling around the back of the 6-story building with mirrored glass sides and a large V placed in front. I'm nervous, I admit, and I check my makeup in the mirror. Don't be, you will be fine, you're so smart. And he'll see that, Hardin assures me. God, I love when he is nice like this. My pillows are my pillows. Comfy? Oh, Mags. Always keeping the pun game going. Thank you, I say, and lean across to kiss him. It is a sweet and simple kiss. I'll be in the car waiting for you, he says, and kisses me again. The inside of the building is just as elegant as the outside. When I reach the front desk, I am given a pass and instructed to go to the 6th floor. I reach the desk on the 6th floor and give the young man my name. He flashes his perfect white smile at me before walking me to a large office saying, Mr. Vance, Teresa Young is here. Her name is Teresa Young? Are we fucking kidding? We just made her widowy Teresa Young? What? Oh, we need a name for this young, naive girl. How about Teresa Young? Motherfucker! You motherfucker! Fuck you, Taco. That was so fucking scary.
So, I got Tangia working so it takes the whole screen, and God, that's so fucking scary. That is the scariest shit I've ever experienced. I was literally reading chat, and my whole screen just became fucking Cheryl from Evil Dead screaming at me. It was awful. Oh, God, where the fuck was I? Motherfucker.
Sorry. Fuck. To a middle-aged man with white patches of facial hair, I could see through the doorway. Mr. Vance waves me in and walks toward me to shake my hand. His green eyes can be seen from across the room, and his smile is comforting and relaxes me as he tells me to have a seat. It's very nice to meet you, Teresa. Thank you for coming, he says. Teresa, call me Tessa. Thank you for having me. I say with a smile, so Tessa, you're a freshman English major? He asked. Yes, sir, I say, nodding. Ken Scott gave you a great recommendation. Says I would be missing out if I did not give you an internship. Ken is a very kind man, I say, and he nods, rubbing his beard with his fingers. He asked me to tell him what I've been reading. And who are my favorite and least favorite authors. And to explain why I feel that way, he nods and to my explanations. When I finish, he smiles. Well, Tessa, when can you begin? Ken says with your courses, it's easy enough to condense your schedule so you can be here 2 days a week and take classes on campus the other 3. He says, my mouth falls open. Really? Is all I can say? This is beyond my expectations. I had assumed I would have to take night classes and come here during the day if I got the offer. Yes, and you will also receive credit hours towards your degree for time spent here. Thank you so much. This is an amazing opportunity. Thank you again. I can't believe how lucky I am. We will discuss your pay Monday when you start. Pay? I'd assumed it would be an unpaid internship. Well, of course, you'll be paid for your time, he smiles. I just not afraid that if I open my mouth, I will thank him for the 1,000th time. I wanted to know her favorite authors. I know. Any amount of actual exposition they give us about Tessa, they just skip. All we know is that Hardin makes her come. And she likes getting wiped off by shirts. That's it. That's all we got. I practically run to the car, and Harden climbs out. Ken trying to hit. Yeah, I think someone here is going to assault her. Is going to put her in that position. Promise. 100% promise. Ken, I wonder if maybe when he drinks, maybe he's going to backslide into drinking and then he's going to do it. That's my theory. We'll see. That's why Harden doesn't like his dad, because he keeps banging his girlfriends. Whenever they play with their facial hair in media, they're weird. Yeah. He bangs all his girlfriends. Yep, that's it. That's got to be it. He's just a dad that likes to steal that young strange. God. This book makes me say gross shit. We'll discuss your pain. Yeah, him and Ken, fucking what's it called? Who's this guy? Vance and Ken have like fucking understanding that he sends him young girls and then they bang them. Stephanie Myers has to be her favorite, yeah. But I also can't imagine that you'd get an internship being like, yo, I love Stephanie Myers. I got it. It's paid, and I will be here 2 days a week and in school 3 days. And I get college credit, and he was so nice. And your dad is so wonderful for doing this for me. And you are too, of course. I'm just so excited. And I guess that's it. I laugh, and he wraps his arms around me, squeezing tight and lifting me into the air. I'm so happy for you. Who is she, Team Jacob or Team Edward? She's clearly Team Edward. Look at Harden. He says, and I bury my fingers in his hair. Thank you, I say, and he puts me down. Really, thank you for driving me and waiting in the car. He assures me there's no problem, and we both climb into the car. He asks, what did you want to do for the rest of the afternoon? Go back to school, of course. We can still make it to Winterthur. Really? I bet we can find something much more fun to do. No, I've already missed too many classes this week. I don't want to miss any more. I'm going to Winterthur, and so should you. I smile. He rolls his eyes and nods in agreement. Facts. We make it just in time for class, and I gush to Enon about the internship. He congratulates me and gives me a tight hug. Harden and Ruby makes gagging noises behind us as I kick back at his leg. After class, Harden walks out with Landon and me as we discuss the details of the bonfire this Friday. I agree to meet Landon at his house at 5 for dinner, and then we'll go to the bonfire at 7. Harden stays quiet during our discussion, and I wonder if he will accompany me. He said at one point he would go, but I'm pretty sure that was only to compete with Zed. Landon says his goodbyes are as we reach the parking lot and walks off, whistling. Scott, someone calls. We both turn to see Nate and Maui walking toward us. Great, Maui. She's wearing a tank top and a wetter skirt. It's only Tuesday. She's already almost used up her skank quota for the week. She should save that stuff for the weekends. Hey, Harden says and takes a step away from me. Hey, Tessa, Maui says in return. I return her greeting and say alchemy as Harden and Nate exchange hellos. You're ready, right? Nate asked him, and it becomes clear that Harden told him to meet him here. I don't know why I had assumed he would hang out again. We would hang out again. It's not like we can spend every day together, but he could have said something. Yeah, I'm ready, Harden tells him. See you around, Tessa, he casually says and walks off with them. Molly looks back at me with a smirk in her makeup-covered face as she climbs into the passenger seat of Harden's car, and Nick gets in the back. And I stand on the pavement and wonder what the hell just happened. This motherfucker. This little motherfucker. The second anything good happens, he ruins it. Team Cedric Diggory? Everyone was Team Cedric Diggory. We love Cedric Diggory. There was no one as incredible as Cedric. This is chapter 58. During my walk back to the room, I realized how foolish I had been, expecting Harden to be different than before. I should have known better. I should have known that this was too good to be true. Harden kissing me in front of Landon. Harden being nice and wanting more. Harden telling me about his childhood. I should have known that as soon as his friends came along, he would go right back to the Harden that up till 2 weeks ago I despised. Hey girl, you coming tonight? Steph asks as I walk into our room. Tristan is sitting on her bed and staring at her in the adoring way I wish Harden would stare at me. No, I'm going to study, I say. It's nice to know that everyone was invited, yet Harden didn't see fit to even mention the party to me, probably so he could hang out with Maui without any distractions. Oh, come on, it will be fun, and Harden will be there. She smiles, and I force one back at her. Really, it's okay. I need to call my mother and catch up with her and plan my assignments for next week. Wham! Steph teases and grabs her purse. Suit yourself. I'll be out all night. If you need anything, let me know, she says and hugs me goodbye. I call my mother and tell her about my internship, and of course, she's beyond pleased by my amazing opportunity. I leave Harden out of the explanation, but I do mention Ken, though I say he's Landon's soon-to-be stepfather, which is true. She asked about Noah and me, and I dodge her questions. I'm surprised and grateful to find that Noah hasn't told my mother everything. He doesn't owe me anything, but I'm thankful for his omission. After listening to her talk for far too long about her new coworker who she believes is having an affair with a boss, I finally tell her I really need to study and get off the phone. Immediately, my mind goes back to Harden. As always, my life was much more simple before I met Harden, and now after, it is complicated and stressful, and I am either extremely happy or there is this burning in my chest when I think of him with Maui. Then call Noah to remind him he's a fucking cuck. You're the cuckiest cuck, Noah. Get the fuck out of here. I will go insane if I just sit here, and it's only 6 o'clock by the time I give up trying to study. Maybe I should go for a walk. I really need some friends. I grab my phone and call Landon. Hey, Tessa, his voice is friendly and soothes some of my anxiety. Hey, Landon, are you busy? I ask him. No, just watching the game. Why? Is something wrong? No, I was just wondering if maybe I could come over and hang out. And maybe your mom doesn't mind. I could take her up on those baking lessons I went on a week with. Yeah, of course. She would love that. I'll let her know you're coming. Okay, the next bus isn't for 30 minutes, but I will be there as soon as I can. I tell him. Bus? Oh, yeah, I forgot you haven't found a car. I'll come get you. No, really, it's okay. I don't mind. I don't want you to go out of your way. Tessa, it's less than 10 miles. I'll leave now, he says, and I finally agree. And call Noah to remind him he's a cuck, and maybe Ken just happens to slip inside me. Maybe I just fuck Ken just to tell Harden that he's a little bit. Tessa, the cuck maker. I grab my purse and I check my phone one last time. Of course, Harden has a text or code. I hate the way I feel dependent on him, especially when I obviously can't depend on him. Determined to be independent, I turn my phone off. If I leave it on, I will go crazy, checking it every 5 minutes. Figuring that I really should just leave it here, I just put it on top of the drawer on my dresser before I go out and wait for Landon to pick me up. Ken and Landon's mom. Let's just have the whole family. Landon too at that point. Why not? Just fuck them all. Treat it like Pokemon. Fuck them all. Oh, tea is really hot still. I don't know why. Holy shit. Determined to be independent, I turn my phone off. Minutes later, he pulls up and honks slightly. I jump off the curb and in surprise, we both laugh as I climb into the car. My mother's going insane in the kitchen right now, so be prepared for a very detailed baking lesson. He says, really? I love the details. I know you do. We're alike like that. He says and turns on the radio. I hear the familiar sound of one of my favorite songs. Can I turn this up? I ask, and he nods. You like the Fway? He asked in a surprised tone. Yes, they're my favorite band. I love them. Do you like them? Yes. Who doesn't? He laughs, and I almost tell him Harden doesn't, but decide against it. She would like the fucking Fway. Oh, what's your favorite band? The Fway. Said no one. Said no one fucking ever. How to Save a Fucking Life. Yeah, it should only be used in the context of that one scene from Scrubs, and never needs to be used again. Save me from this. Yeah. Step 1, I say we need to talk. He walks. You say sit down. It's just a talk. Get the fuck out of here. The Fray. Who the fuck are you?
This bitch is really over here preaching the Fray is good music, but hates Hardin's music. Bitch. Sorry, I didn't realize that I was just reading the memoir of a bitch. Because, of course, it's a memoir.
We arrive at the house. Ken greets us at the door with a friendly smile. Brian dodged a bullet and Todd sucks. Yeah, no, good job, Brian. Don't get mixed up with that. I hope he wasn't expecting Harden to be with me, but seeing no disappointment on his face, I smile back. Hold on, though. The Flay's Kanye cover kind of swaps. No one's arguing that the Flay cannot be okay. But what I will argue is that no one's favorite fucking band is the Flay. And hot take potentially. Kanye kind of swaps. Never stopped swapping. Kind of the fucking best. I don't know what anyone wants to say. Kanye's kind of fucking sick. Mags and I have been watching SNL through the years, and we've seen him perform, I think, 3 times on SNL, and every fucking performance has been an utter masterpiece. Every single time. His first 3, or his first one, was amazing. His second one was like we were talking and couldn't stop looking. And then his third performance, we were talking and then paused, watched, and then we full fucking cried watching because it was fucking beautiful and emotional. It was incredible. He always delivers. Yeah, Kanye is a case study about separating art from the artist. I fully agree. And I think everyone should separate art from the artist. I think it's one of the biggest things. Because the art, and especially because if we're making double standards, real quick, maybe another hot take. If you're going to condemn Kanye West for all of his shit, I need you to stop listening to Michael Jackson. And James Brown. And any other fucking, yep. MJ too a bit, yep. But if you believe conspiracy theories, it was kind of forced to go off the deep end. Yep. No, agreed. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but I believe that he had a lot of mental health problems. MJ too, though. Yeah. I know. I need to clip Norm Macdonald on Weekend Update, just calling him a known pedophile, because I think it is one of the greatest fucking things that I've ever seen on national television. Of him just calling him out. Because again, if you're willing to 100% be okay with Michael Jackson, like a convicted pedophile, and all of his music, you can't shit on Kanye. Simple as that. Hot take, delivered. Boom. That one's free. Okay. Hold on. Where the fuck was I? Karen is in the kitchen. Enter your own whiskey, says mischievously. Post it in the Discord. I will listen to it later. Yeah, we're definitely going to. I'm going to listen to it after the stream, too. Very excited. He wasn't joking. Karen has the entire large iron covered in pans and mixing bowls and a lot of other things I don't recognize. Tessa, I'm just getting everything ready. She is beaming as she makes a hand gesture to highlight all the strange equipment. Is there anything I can help you with? No, not at the moment. I'm almost finished. There, I'm done. I hope it wasn't too late notice for me to come by. Oh, no, dear, you're always welcome here. She assures me, and I can tell she means it. She hands me an apron to wear, and I tie my hair up into a bun. Landon sits on the bench and talks to us for a few minutes while Cameron shows me all the ingredients used to make cupcakes from scratch. Norm. I have to see more Norm to feel normal. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Breaking the Norm was a great show. I loved it. And Norm Macdonald is one of my favorite SNL. It's weird. She just went and made someone's mom bake. Yeah, I know, right? It's really fucking odd that she was like, oh, Hardin won't hang out with me. I'm going to go hang out with your fucking family, Hardin. It's a weird power play. And I feel like Tessa's more manipulative than we realize. Justice for moms, yeah. To be fair, Landon's mom did say that she was all about her coming over. So maybe she's just cool with it. Why are moms always just pending? It's because this writing is cliche as fuck. That's why.
It's because the writing in this is just everybody's a stereotypical character. Bad boy's a bad boy. He's got a heart of gold and some deep seated issues. Naive girl's also a freak for the bad guy and is just ready to get it. Experience not needed. His best friend and family, his family is great and adores her immediately, and everything works out perfectly. It's just it's just terrible fucking writing.
She hands me an apron to wear when I tie my hair up in a bun. I put them in the mixer and turn it on low speed. I already feel like a professional baker. No, I'm sorry, don't come over. I'm doing something here. Yeah, sorry, I'm flicking it. I'm watching a fucking show. What kind of show does Karen like to watch? I would love some Karen development, please. I already feel like a professional baker. I laugh and Landon leans across, wiping his hand across my cheek. Sorry, you have some flour on your face. His cheeks flush and I smile. Are we fucking doing what? What are we doing, Landon? I laugh, and Landon leans over, wiping his hand across my cheek. Sorry, you have some flour on your face. His cheeks flush, and I smile. Is Tessa about to fuck both? Is Tessa about to fuck both of them? The whole family? Are we thinking it's gonna be a gangbang? Is that what's happening? I start pouring my cupcake batter into the baking pan when we put them in the oven, and I start talking about school and home. Landon leaves the go talk and goes to the other room to finish watching a football game he's recorded. Because Landon is a bro, even though he doesn't seem like a bro. We get lost in conversation while our creations bake and cool, and when she says it's time to ice the cupcakes, I look at them, and I am pleased with the way mine turned out. Karen shows me how to use the piping bag and make an L on top of one of them, and I set aside for Landon. Karen expertly pipes flowers and green blades of grass under her cupcakes while I do the best I can with mine. I think it's cookies next time. She smiles and places the cupcakes in a serving case. Sounds good to me, I tell her and take a bite of one of my cupcakes. Karen adjusts a case of sweets, she says, and where's Hardin tonight? I chew my cake slowly, discern a motive behind her asking. He's at his house, I answer simply. She frowns slightly and doesn't push it. Landon wanders back into the kitchen and Karen leaves the room to take a few cupcakes to Ken. Is this cupcake for me? Landon asks and holds up the cupcake with the squiggly L written on the icing. Yeah, I have to work on my piping skills. He takes a big bite. The important part is it tastes good, he says with his mouth full. I giggle and he wipes his mouth. I eat another cupcake and Landon talks about the game, which I don't really care about, but he's nice, so I pretend to listen. My mind travels to Hardin again and I stare out the window. Are you okay? Landon pulls me out of my thoughts. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm sorry. I was paying attention. At first, I smile apologetically. It's all right. Is it Hardin? Yeah. How'd you know? I ask. Where is he? The flat house. There's some party tonight. I start and decide to confide in him. And he didn't tell me about it. He had his friends meet him, and he just said, "See you around, Tessa." And I feel like an idiot even repeating this. I know how stupid I sound, but it's driving me crazy. That girl Molly he was around with her all the time, and she's with him now. And he didn't even tell them we all whatever. I let out a heavy sigh. Aren't you two supposed to be dating? Landon asks. Yeah, well, I thought so, but I don't know now. Why don't you try to talk to him or go to the party? I look up at him. I can't just go to the party. Why not? You've been to the parties before, and you and Hardin are sort of dating or whatever this is, and your roommate will be there. I would go if I was you. Really? Steph did invite me. I don't know. I want to go see Hardin is with Molly, but I feel stupid just showing up there. I think you should. Will you come with me? I ask. Oh no, sorry, Tessa. We are friends, but no ho ho. I knew he wouldn't, but it was worth asking. I think I will go, at least to talk to him. Good, just wipe the flour off your face first. He laughs and I gently push his arm, and I stay a little while longer to hang out with Landon. I don't want him to think that I was just using him for a roundabout ride to the party, even though I know he doesn't think that. Good luck. Call me if you need me, he says, and I get out of the car in front of the flat house. After he drives away, I think of the irony of my leaving my phone in my room to avoid worrying about Hardin, and yet here I am showing up at his house. A group of scantily clad girls are standing in the yard, causing me to look down at my outfit. Jeans and a cardigan. I have barely any makeup on, and my hair's in a bun on the top of my head. What the hell was I thinking coming here? I swallow my anxiety and walk inside. I don't see any familiar faces except Logan, who's doing a body shot of a girl wearing only a bra and panties. I walk through the kitchen, and someone hands me a red cup filled with alcohol, which I put to my lips. If I'm going to confront Harden, I need alcohol. I push my way through the crowded living room and to the couch, and their group usually hangs out on. Between bodies, over shoulders, Molly's pink hair comes into view. And I feel sick as I notice she isn't sitting on the couch, but on Harden's lap. His hand is on her thigh, and she leans back against him, laughing among her friends like this is the most normal thing in the world. How did I get myself into this situation with Harden? I should have stayed away from him. I knew it. Then, and I am slapped in the face with it now. I should just leave. I don't belong here. Excuse me. I don't want to cry in front of these people again. I am sick of crying over Harden. I know this is embarrassing for her. This is such a terrible time. I cannot believe this bitch is getting cucked. Now she is the cucky. I am done trying to make him into something he isn't. She's surprised that Harden is being Harden. Yeah, she's stupid, Brian. We've warned that she's an idiot. All she does is fuck up. And then I'm done. Every time I think I feel as low as I can, he does something else that makes me realize I previously had no idea of the real pain that was unrequited feelings can cause. I watch as Molly puts her hand over Harden's. He moves his away, only to put it on her hip, giving her a playful squeeze, and she giggles. I try to force myself to move, to back up, to run, to crawl, to do anything to get out of here, but my eyes are locked on the boy I'm falling for, while his eyes are locked on her. Tessa, someone calls. Harden's head snaps up and his green eyes meet mine. They are wide with shock, and Mommy looks my way, then leans further onto Harden, his lips part as if he is going to say something, but he doesn't. Zed appears at my side, and I finally force my ass from Harden. Fallen bitch, you fell. You fell hard. She fell for that tongue, really. It's really all it was. Tongue in the fingers. I try to muster a smile for him, but all my energy is being used to prevent myself from bursting into tears. Spontaneous tear busting. Do you want a drink? Zed asked, and I looked down. I was holding a cup of beer, wasn't I? At my feet is my cup. My beer spilled across the carpet. I'd take a step away from it. I normally would clean it up and apologize, but right now, I would rather just pretend it wasn't mine. It's so crowded in here, nobody will know. I have two options. I can run out of here in tears, or I can let Harden know he got the best of me. And let Harden know he got the best of me, or I can put on a brave face and act like I don't care about him and the way he is still holding Molly on his lap. I decide to go with option 2. Yes, please, I'd love a drink, I say, my voice strained. Chapter 59. I follow Zed to the kitchen, mentally psyching myself up so I could get through this party. I wanted to go over and curse Harden out, tell him to never speak to me again. I swap him and whip Molly's pink hair out off her fucking head. However, he would probably just smoke the whole time, so instead, I decided to go down the entire cherry vodka sour that Zed makes me and ask for another. Harden has ruined too many of my nights, and I refuse to be that girl. Zed makes me another sour, but when I hold my cup out again a couple minutes later, he laughs and holds up his hand. Whoa, slow down, killer. You already drank 2. It just tastes really good. 10 more chapters to go to chapter 69. We're almost there. It'll be a monumental moment, chapter 69. If nothing good happens in 69, Anna Todd is not the smart awful she thinks she is. I laugh and lick the remaining cherry flavor off my lips. Well, let's just slow down on this one. When I agree, he mixes me up another one and then says, I think we're about to play another round of Truth or Dare. What is with these guys and their annoying games of truth or dare? Instead, I just went Zed smash because revenge is sweet. Yup, Zed's gonna be doing some plowing tonight, and I hope we all prepare for it. I thought people stopped playing those ridiculous games when they were in high school. The pain in my chest returns as my mind goes over all the things Hardin and Molly have already been dared to do tonight. What did I miss during the last round? I asked him in the best 40 smile I can manage. I probably look insane, but he smiles back, so it seems to work. Just some drunk people sucking face the usual, he shrugged. The lump in my throat rises, but I swallow it back down with my drink. I give a fake laugh and continue to drink out of my cup as we make our way back to the others. Zed takes a seat on the floor diagonally from Hardin and Molly's spot on the couch, and I sit down next to him, closer than I usually would, but that's the point. Part of me has assumed Hardin would have gotten Molly off his lap by now, but he hasn't. So I lean in and a little closer to Zed. Hardin's eyes draw to slits, but I know him. Molly still puts on his lap like the horse she is. And Steph gives me a sympathetic smile and glances towards Hardin. The vodka is beginning to take effect as Nate's turn comes around. Truth or dare? Steph asks. Truth, he answers, and she rolls her eyes. Let me guess, 68 chapters only. This is a teasing smut. No, there's 90-something chapters. Cunt. There's 90-something chapters in this book. Let's see. The last chapter, I believe, is chapter 94? 94? 95? '96. Tessa's so petty and immature that it is painful, absolutely. It's really bad. I sit down next to him closer than I usually would, but that's the point. Part of me has assumed Hardin would have gotten Molly off his lap by now, but he hasn't, so I lean a little closer yet to Zed. I can see how this is a YA book. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're very immature. To be fair, they're only college students, but even still, it's pretty embarrassing. Hardin's eyes draw to slits. Oh, I read that part. Truth or dare? Steph asks. Truth, he answers, and she rolls his eyes. Pussy. Her colorful language never ceases to surprise me. Okay, is it true you pissed in Twiston's closet last weekend? She asks, and they all start laughing except me. I have no clue what they're talking about. No, I already told you guys that wasn't me. He groans, making everyone laugh harder. Zed looks over and winks at me in the middle of the uproar. I hadn't really noticed before, but geez, he is hot. Really hot. Tessa, you playing? Steph asks, and I nod. I look up at Hardin, who's staring at me. I smile at him and then look back at Zed. The frown on Hardin's face takes a little pressure off my chest. He should feel as terrible as I do. God damn it, Tessa! Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Keeney. We'll read it after. Have you read after? Excuse me. Let me know if you've read after. We're working through it for the first time, and we're at the part where Hardin and Tessa's making bad decisions with Zed. Okay, truth or dare? Molly asked. Of course she would be the only one to ask me. Dale, I bravely say. What a time to join the squad. I found your pizza party coming to show support. I appreciate it. Pizza party's been very good. I hope you like smut if you're hanging around, because this is a smut book. Dale, I bravely say. God knows what she will have me do. I dare you to kiss Zed. A few gasps and chuckles are heard. We already know how she feels about kissing people. Pick something else, Hardin says to his teeth. Actually, it's fine. He wants to play, we can play. I don't think Hardin starts to say, shut up, Hardin, Steph says and gives me an encouraging smile. I can't believe I agreed to kiss Zed, even if he's one of the most attractive people I've ever seen. I've only really kissed Noah and Harden. Tessa or Tesla, because she likes to be wowed. Oh shit. That's really good, Ken. Holy shit. That was a good one. I figured Johnny from elementary school doesn't count, especially because he tasted like glue. You sure? Zed asks. He's trying to act concerned, but I can see the excitement in his perfect features. Yeah, I'm sure. I take another drink. Forcing myself not to look up at Harden, lest I change my mind. Everyone's eyes are on us as Zed wicks his lips and leans in to kiss me. His lips are cold from his drink, and I can taste the sweetness of cherry juice on his tongue. His lips are soft, yet hard against mine, and his tongue moves expertly with mine. I feel the heat rising in my stomach, not nearly as hot with Harden, but it feels so good that when Zed's hands move to my waist, we both move up to our knees. Okay, damn, she said kiss, not fuck in front of everybody, Harden says, and Molly tells him to shut up. I let my eyes go to Harden, and he looks mad, beyond mad, and he brought this upon himself. I pull away from Zed and feel my cheeks flush as everyone stares at us. Steph gives me a thumbs up, but I look at the ground. Zed looks very pleased, and I feel embarrassed but thrilled with Harden's reaction. Tessa, your turn to ask Tristan, Zed says. Tristan chooses Dale, so I give him the least creative Dale and have him take a shot. Zed, truth or dare? Tristan asks, and he chases the shot. I down the rest of my drink, and the more I drink, the more numb my emotions become. Dare, Zed answers, and Steph whispers something in Tristan's ear to make him grin. I dare you to take Tessa upstairs for 10 minutes, Tristan says, and I choke on my breath. This is too much. That's a good one, Molly says, and laughs at my expense. Zed looks up at me, as if asking me if I'm okay with it. Without thinking, I stand up and grab Zed's hand. He looks as surprised as everyone else, but he stands up too. This isn't part of True Rodale. This is fucking dumb, Harden says. Why does it matter? Shit's about to go down. I know, it's getting crazy in here. They are both single, and it's all good and fun. So why do you care, Molly asked him. I don't care. I just think it's stupid. Harden answers, and my chest hurts again. He obviously had no plan to tell any of his friends that we're whatever we are. He has been using me this entire time. I'm just another girl to him. I was foolish, beyond foolish to think otherwise. And then Harden burns down the flat house. It feels like this is the way that we're going. He doesn't know how to manage his feelings at all. Well, good thing it's none of your business, Howard and I snap and pull his head by the hand. Burn! Damn! I hear a few voices say, and Harden swears at them as Zed and I walk away. We find a random bedroom at the top of the stairs, and Zed pulls the door open and turns the lights on. Now I am away from Harden. I begin to feel much more nervous about being alone with Zed. No matter how angry I am, I don't want to mess around with Zed. Well, I wouldn't say I don't want to, but I know that I shouldn't. I'm not that type of girl. So, what do you want to do? I squeak. He chuckles a little and leads me to the bed. Oh, Lord. Let's just talk, yeah? He says, and I nod and look down at the floor. Not that I wouldn't love to do many other things with you, but you're intoxicated and I don't want to take advantage of you. I gasp. Surprised? He beams and I laugh. A little, I admit. Why? I'm not a jerk like Harden, he says, and I walk away again. You know, I thought you and Harden had something going on for a bit. No, we were friends. But not anymore. I don't want to admit how stupid I was for believing Harden's lies. So are you still seeing your boyfriend from high school, he asks? Relieved not to be talking about Harden, I relax and say, no, we broke up. Zed, of all people, a gentleman, I did not anticipate this either. I genuinely thought that Zed was going to full-blown sexually assault her. I really thought that was happening. I was going to have to give out a trigger warning. It was going to be bad for everybody. Oh, that's too bad. He was a lucky guy, he says with a sweet smile. Zed is so charming, I find myself staring into his caramel eyes. His eyelashes are fuller than mine. Yo and Tessa, you better dance. Let's not forget Pitbull, master crafter of the English language too. Pitbull, the English major. Maybe I could take you out sometime on a proper date. Like, not to a bedroom at a flat party, he says, and chuckles nervously. I don't know what to say. How about I ask you again tomorrow when you're sober? He is much nicer than I thought he would be. Usually guys as attractive as him are jerks, like Harden. Heel. He takes my hand again. All right, let's go back down. When we walk back downstairs, Harden and Molly are still on the couch. But Harden has a drink and Molly has moved so her legs are draped over him from side to side. When Harden's eyes dart down to where my hand is intertwined with Zed's, I jerk away without thinking, but then grab it again quickly. Harden clenches his jaw and looks away into the crowd of partiers. How was it, Molly smokes? Fun, I answer, and Zed stays quiet. I would thank him later for not correcting me. It's Molly's turn, Nate announces as we sit back on the floor. Truth or dare, Harden asks her. Dare, of course. Harden looks directly into my eyes and says, I dare you to kiss me. My heart stops, literally. It stops beating. He is a bigger asshole than I ever imagined. My ears are swimming and my heart is pounding as Molly shoots a boastful glance my way before she latches herself onto Harden. All the anger I feel towards Harden is washed away and replaced by hurt, all-consuming hurt, and the feel of hot tears on my face. I can't watch it anymore, I just can't. Within seconds, I'm on my feet, pushing through the drunk crowd. I hear Zed and Steph both call after me, but the room feels like it's spinning when I close my eyes and all I can see is Molly and Harden. Knocking into people and not looking back, I finally reach the door, and the fresh air outside fills my lungs and brings me back to reality. She had missed a chance for a super burn. There's always a ratchet bitch lingering behind the guy you want. Always. Oh, what was the super burn? I missed it. What was it? How could he be so cool? We only needed 2 minutes. Oh, that would have been sick. Brian, you should have wrote after. I run down the stairs on the sidewalk. I have to get away from here. I wish I had never met him. I wish I had a different roommate. I even wish I had never come to WCU. Tessa, I hear and I turn around, convinced I am imagining it, until I see Harden running after me. Chapter 60. I have never been very athletic, but my adrenaline is in full effect and I push my legs to go faster. I reach the end of the street, but begin to tire. Where the hell am I going to go? I don't remember the path that I walked back to my dorm last time and I stupidly left my phone in my room. To prove a point about my independence from Harden who's chasing me and yelling, Tessa, stop! And I do stop. I stop dead in my tracks, but why am I even running from him? She's a runner, a track star. Is she a runner? Did we say she was a track star? Is that a thing? I don't remember that. I had that aspect of her. Oh no, she's not. You're just making a joke. It's a song. It went over my head. Post it in the Discord. I'll listen to it. And I do stop. I stopped in my tracks. He needs to explain why he keeps playing games with me. What did Zed say to you? What? When I turn around to face him, he's only a few feet away and has a shocked expression. He didn't actually expect I would stop. What? Harden, what could you possibly want from me? I scream. My heart is pounding from running and from his breaking it. He seems to be at a loss for words for once. Did Zed say something to you? No. Why would he? I take another step forward so I'm face to face with him, my anger rolling off me in waves. I'm sorry, okay? He says quietly. He looks in my eyes and reaches for my hand to take mine, but I swat it away. He ignores my question about Zed and I am too mad to care. You're sorry? You're sorry? I repeat, my voice coming out in a wrath. Yeah, I am. Go to hell, Harden. I begin to walk away, but he grabs my arm again. My anger boils over and my hand flies up and smacks him hard. I am surprised by my own violence, as he is, and I almost want to apologize for hitting him, but the pain he has caused me is so much more than a cuff on the cheek. His hand moves to his face, slowly rubbing over the wet skin of his cheek. He looks at me, anger and confusion stirring by his eyes. What the hell is your problem? You were the one kissing Zed, he yells. A car passes and the driver stares, but I ignore him. I don't care about causing a scene right now. You're not seriously trying to blame me. You lied to me and played me like a fool, Harden. Just when I thought I could trust you, you humiliate me. If you wanted to be with Molly, why not just tell me to leave you alone? No, instead you feed me that bullshit about wanting more and begging me to stay the night and just so you can use me. What was the point? What did you get out of it? Oh, besides a blowjob. I scream. The words taste odd coming out of my mouth. What? You think it's what I'm doing? You think I'm using you? He shouts. No, that's not what I think, Harden. That's what I know. But guess what? I'm done. I am so beyond done. I will change dorms if I have to so I don't ever have to see you again. I say and I mean it. I don't need any of these people making my wife worse. You're overreacting, he says flatly, and it takes everything in me not to smack him again. I'm overreacting? You didn't tell your friends about us. You didn't tell me about this party. Then you left me standing in a parking lot like a dumbass while you went with Molly of all people. Then I show up here to find Molly on your lap. Then you kiss her right in front of me, Harden. I'd say my reaction is quite justified. I say, my voice drawing to a whisper at the end, exhausted. I wipe fresh tears from my face, and I blink up at the night sky. You kissed Zed right in front of me, and I didn't tell you about the party because I don't have to. You wouldn't have wanted to come anyway. You wouldn't have been too busy studying or watching your damn paint dry. He balks. I look at his bluey form to my watery eyes and ask him simply, so why even waste your time with me? Why even follow me out here, Harden? When he didn't say anything, I have my answer. That's what I thought. You thought you could come out here and say sorry and I would accept it and stay a secret. Your boring little hating girlfriend. You're wrong. You took my kindness for weakness and you were sadly mistaken. Girlfriend? You thought you were my girlfriend? He howls. The pain in my chest is magnified by 1,000 and I can barely stand. No. I start to say and I don't know what to say. You did, didn't you? He says, laughing. You know, I did, I admit, and I am already humiliated, so I have nothing to lose. You fed me that bullshit about wanting more, and I believed you. I believed all the shit you said to me, all the things that you claimed you to never tell anyone. But I'm sure that was all bullshit too. I'm sure none of that ever even happened. I shrugged, giving up completely. Well, you know what? I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad at myself for believing it. I knew how you were before I started to fall for you. I knew you would hurt me. What were your words? You'll destroy me? No, ruin. You'll ruin me. Well, congratulations, Harden. You won, I sob. Pain flashes in his eyes. Well, what looks like pain? It is probably humor. I no longer care about winning or losing or playing these exhausting games. I turn away from him again and begin to walk back towards the house, figuring I'll find someone's phone to use to call in or someone to get a ride back to the dorms. Where are you going? He asks. It hurts that he doesn't have anything to say, that he has offered me no explanation. He has only confirmed what I already knew, that he is heartless. I walk faster, ignoring him. He trails behind me, calling my name a couple more times, but I refuse to let myself be charmed by his voice again. When I get back to the house's front steps, of course I spot Molly's pink hair outside. Oh, look, she's waiting for you. You two really are perfect for each other. I call over my shoulder, Harden. It's not like that, and you know it, he grumbles. I don't know anything, obviously. I snap and climb 2 steps at a time. Zed appears in the doorway. Heartless, Defway, full circle. God. That's so funny. Zed appears in the doorway and I rush to his side. Can I use your phone, please? I beg, and he nods. Are you okay? I tried to go after you, but you were long gone, I say, and I nod. He says, and I nod. Harden stands in front of Zed and me, and while I call Landon and ask him to pick me up, Zed and Harden stare at each other for a second when they hear me say Landon's name. Then Zed looks away and back down at me. Is he coming? He asks, his voice full of concern. Yeah, He will be in a few minutes. Thank you for letting me use your phone, I tell him, ignoring Harden. No problem. Do you want me to wait with you? He asks. No, I will wait with her. Harden interjects, his voice full of venom. I would love it if you could wait with me, Zed. I say, and walk back down the steps with him. Harden, being the asshole that he is, follows us and stands behind us awkwardly. Steph, Twisted, and Molly trickle down. Are you okay? Steph asks. Yeah, I say, nodding. I'm leaving, though. I shouldn't have even come here. Landon is such a good dude. Landon wants to get it. Everyone just wants to get it. I promise. Landon's just playing the long game. When Steph hugs me, Molly mutters under her breath, "You got that right." My head snaps around the sound of her voice. I hate confrontation usually, but I hate Molly even more. You're right, I shouldn't be here. I'm not as adept at you as getting drunk and hanging over every guy in the place. Excuse me, she says. You heard me. What's your problem? Mad that I kiss Harden? Guess what, sweetie? I kiss Harden all the time, she brags. I feel the blood draining my face. I look at Harden, who doesn't say anything. So he's been messing with Molly the entire time. This doesn't surprise me as much as it should. I don't even have to come back for her. I haven't come back for her. I try to think of something to say back, like anything really, but I can't. I'm sure as soon as I walk away, I will think of 10 replies, but right now I have nothing. Let's go inside, Tristan suggests and grabs Molly and Steph by their arms. I try to give him a thankful smile as they start to go. You two, Harden, get away from me, I say, and stare into the street. I haven't kissed her, I mean, lately, except for tonight. I swear, he says. Why is he saying this in front of them? Molly turns around. I don't really give a shit who you kiss. Now get away from me, I repeat. A huge wave of relief washes over me as I see Landon's car blow up. Thanks again, I tell Zed. No problem, don't forget what we talked about, he says, hopefully reminding me of our supposed date. Tessa, Harden calls as I step towards the car. When I ignore him, he calls louder. Tessa! I have said everything I have to say to you, Harden. I am done listening in your bullshit. Now leave me the fuck alone. I scream, turning around to face him, and I'm aware of everyone's eyes are on us, but I have had enough. You what? You what, Harden? I scream even louder. I love you, he yells. And all the air disappears from my lungs, and Molly sounds like she is choking, and Steph looks like she has seen a ghost. Tessa grew balls. One unforgiving minute, 60 seconds of distance one, and then you will be a man, my son, Kipling cake fame. What the fuck? I know, right? I know. The relationship's like a minute old. What the fuck are you guys doing? And for a few moments, everyone just stands there like something alien has passed by us and left us frozen. When at last I can speak and say quietly, "You're sick, Harden. You're really fucking sick." Despite the fact that I know this is part of his game, it still awakens something in me to hear those words come out of his mouth. I grabbed the handle for Landon's car, but I am yanked away by Harden. It's true, I do. I know you won't believe me, but I do. I love you. His eyes brim with tears, his lips press in a hard line, and he covers his face with his hands. He takes a step back, then another forward, and when he takes his hands away, his green eyes are pinned up here, sincere and full of panic. Harden, he's a better actor than I thought. I can't believe he's doing this in front of everyone. I shove him backwards and open the car door, locking it before Harden regains his balance. As Landon drives off, Harden bangs his hands against the window, and I put my hands over my face so he doesn't see me cry. That is the end of chapter 60. Wow. What the fuck is happening? Tessa grows some balls. Zed takes his shot. Landon's here in the wings, waiting to swoop in. And then Harden confesses. I was not expecting a confession. I was not.
That part really threw me. The confession is very bizarre. I would not have suspected that in any way, shape, or form. I am generally fucking confused. And like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Okay. Hopping in Todd's DMs again to ask what the fuck. All right, we're continuing. Chapter 61. Let me drink some water real quick and drink some tea. And we're going to continue. Jesus Christ, man. missed 50 chapters. Desperate, man. Okay, what's up for discussion? Okay, hi, Dirty Dumpler. What's up for discussion is we just read 60 chapters of After, right? Not today, but we throughout a year of streaming have read 60 chapters of After. We're on chapter about to start 61. And this dude Hardin has played with our main character Tessa nonstop the whole time, and then all of a sudden he has said that he loves her. After Earth? No, it's just After. It is a smutty, terrible romance book. And what is happening essentially is our young girl Tessa has gone to work or gone to school at Washington Central University, where she has met bad boy Hardin, who's British with tons of fun. He has piercings and tattoos, so many tattoos, and he has essentially played her. Well, she thinks he played him. He played her. Played her, made her love him. She was a virgin, or is still a virgin. She essentially had never had an orgasm. Finally came, lost her shit, is losing her shit, all about Hardin. And then we find out that Hardin doesn't mess with Hardin, like, doesn't date people. Hardin's only here to fuck around, blah, 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 blah. And then, right as after a while, was instead on a weakness of romance of dependent depression, dressed as passionate, flatters, wound his egos, calls it love, not creation, not strength. Only the herd calling its celebrating its chains. What the fuck is that? It is a beautiful, beautiful line. Prince Andre playing with Natasha's heart. Damn, this War and Peace all over again. I haven't read War and Peace. Sounds like Nishi. Which is the coolest thing about the fact that grown men are emotionally invested in a favorite smart book. I don't know. I'm sure it's not good though. It's not good. Like it's not. It's like watching a train wreck. I just need to know how the train wreck. I wrote that in his voice after all. What? You wrote that in neat? What? What's happening? Are you just a fucking? Are you like a philosophy major? What's going on, Dumpler? Well, thank you for coming in. You did a great job then. Convince me. All right, we're continuing. We have about 15 minutes left, so maybe we can get a chapter or two in. Excuse me. After I finally stopped sobbing, when and quietly asked, "Did I hear him say he loves you?"
It's
Yeah.
Bane. You
Oh,
know
fuck.
it.
All right, we're doing
I'm
it.
here every day, Todd.
All right, here it goes. Welcome to your special guest speaker, Bane. Bane. Tessa's Bane. Tessa's Bane has come. I hope you are ready for your reckoning, Arden. How dare you play with our girl like that? After I finally stopped sobbing, Landon quietly asked, "Did I hear him say that he loves you?" Yeah. I don't know. He was just trying to cause a scene or something. I say, and almost start crying again. Do you think? Don't get mad at me. But do you think that maybe he does? You know, love you. What? Of course not. I'm not even sure if he even likes me. I mean, when we're alone, he's so different. And I think maybe he does care about me. But I know he doesn't love me. He isn't capable of loving anyone other than himself. I explained. I'm on your side, Tessa, I am, Landon replies, but the look on his face as we drove away. He looked heartbroken, and you can't be heartbroken if you aren't in love. That can't be true. I feel my heart shatter when he kissed when he kissed Molly, but I don't love him. Do you love him? He asked simply. Oh, what a predicament we've gotten ourselves into, Tessa. My voice comes out strained, and my words too quick. No, I don't love him. He is, well, he's a jerk. I have known him less than 2 months, and half of that, actually all of that time, we've spent fighting. Damn, missed my chance to do a rushed coal. What is that, some niche shit? Yes, you know niche. You were born. Or you merely adopted niche. I was born into niche, molded by it. You already said that, Landon says, and I notice a hint of a smile on on his lips as he tries to keep his expression neutral. I don't like the pressure that I feel in my chest as we talk about me loving Hardin. Hardin, that man is sexy. It makes me feel nauseous, and the space in the car feels much smaller, and I roll down the window crack and lean my head against it, feeling a little stream of air slip across me. Do you want me to come back to our house, or go to your dorm? He asks. I want to go to my dorm and curl into a ball in my bed like a weak, pathetic, broken man. But I'm afraid that if Steph or Hardin will show up, the chance of Hardin coming to his own father's house is so slim that seems to me the better option. Your house, but we can go by my room. But can we go by my room so I can grab some clothes? I'm sorry for asking you to drive me all over. Tessa, the drive is short, and you're my friend. Stop thanking and apologizing to me, he says sternly, but his sweet smile makes me laugh. He is the best person I have ever met, and I am so lucky to have him. Well, let me thank you one last time for being such a great friend to me, I say, and he frowns playfully. You're welcome. Now let's move on. I rush around my room gathering my clothes and books. I feel like I never stay in my room anymore. This will be the first night in days that I will be sleeping without Hardin. I was beginning to get used to it. How foolish of me. I grab my phone out of my drawer and walk back to Landon's car. When we get to his house, it's after 11. I'm exhausted and thankful that Ken and Kevin are asleep. When we arrive there, Landon puts a pizza in the oven for us, and I eat another one of my cupcakes from earlier. Baking with Karen seems like weeks ago, not hours. I have had such a long day. It started so well, with my morning with Hardin and the internship. And then he ruined it, just as he always does. After we eat the pizza, Landon and I walk upstairs and he shows me to the guest room that I stayed in last time. Well, I didn't quite stay there since I was woken up by a screaming Hardin. Time hasn't made sense since I met him. Everything has happened so quickly, and it makes me dizzy to think about the better times we've had and how they've spaced out between a lot of arguing. I thank Landon again. He rolls his eyes at me before leaving me, and going into his room, I turn on my phone and find many texts from Hardin, Steph, and my mother. I delete all but my mother's messages without reading them. I already know what they will say, and I merely have had enough of it today. I turn on my ringtone and text notifications off, put my pajamas on, and climb into that warm bed. It's 1 in the morning, and I have to wake up in a few hours. Tomorrow is going to be a long day. If I hadn't missed my morning classes today, I would just stay home. Well, here, go back to my dorm. Why did I convince Odin to come back to literature after tossing and turning? I roll over to check the time, almost 3 a.m. Despite the fact that today
has been one of the best and the worst days of my life. I'm too exhausted to even sleep. Before I realize what I am doing, I'm standing at the front of Hardin's bedroom door, and then I enter it. With no one around but myself to touch me, I open the second drawer and grab a white t-shirt. I can tell that it has never been worn, but I don't care. I pull my own shirt off and replace it. I lie down on the bed and bury my head in the pillow. Hardin's minty scent fills my nostrils, and I finally sleep. Time doesn't make sense, for it's a flat circle. Oh, we'll believe it or not. Yes, we do have the t-shirt kink. Let's read one more chapter, chapter 62. When I wake up, it takes me a moment to remember that I am not in bed with Arden. The sun is peaceful and shining through the bay window, and as I look over, I catch sight of a figure and sit up quickly, orienting myself. As my eyes adjust, I am convinced that I am going mad. Arden, I say, quietly and wipe my eyes. Hey, he says from where he sits in a winged back chair, his elbows on his knees. What the hell are you doing here? I snap, my heart aches already. Tessa, we need to talk, he says, the bags under his eyes prominent. Have you just been watching me sleep? I ask. No, of course not. I came here a few moments ago, he says, and I wonder if he had nightmares without me in bed with him. If I hadn't witnessed them myself, I would think those were part of his games as well. But I remember holding his sweaty face between my hands and seeing the real fear in his green eyes before I told him he had my permission to die. I stay silent. I don't want to fight with him. I just want him to go away. I hate that I don't actually want him to go away, but I know that he has to. We need to talk, he repeats. When I shake my head no, he runs both hands through his hair and takes a deep breath. I have to go to class, I tell him. Landon already left. I turned your alarm off. It's 11 already. You what? You were up late, and I thought you, he begins. How dare you even just go? The pain from his actions yesterday is still fresh, and actually overshadows the anger I feel in missing my morning classes. But I cannot show any weakness, or he will bounce on it. That is a good move, Tessa. Do not show these weaknesses, for he will play off them. You must show nothing but dominance. Show them that you were molded by power. You, Tessa, are the strong one, not this bitch Harden.
It's very difficult to read in a Bane mask. Playing a game is one thing. Reading in the Bane mask has been extremely difficult. I did not think that through. That was very hard. Okay, let's finish this. As I was reading it, I was like, "Oh shit! I can't see through the red mask. Oh no."
You're in my room, he points out. I climb out of bed, not caring if I'm only in a t-shirt, his t-shirt. You're right, I'll go, I say, the lump in my throat glowing, and tears threatening to spill out. No, I meant you were in my room. Why? His voice is weak. I don't know, I just couldn't sleep, I admit. I need to stop talking. It's not really your room anyway. I slept there just as many times as you have, actually more now, I point out. Your own shirt didn't fit, he asked, his eyes focused on the white shirt. Of course he's making fun of me again. Go ahead and tease me, I say. There were tears pooling at the bottom of my eyes. He makes eye contact with me, but I walk away. Is that the Gimp Bay mask? Your suffering must be more severe. Gets the wetter whip out.
Absolutely, yes. That is the Gimp Bane mask. It's the best mask, man.
Man, what else could you possibly have to say, Harding? We always do this. We have the same fight over and over, only worse each time. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I said I was sorry for kissing her, he says. That isn't what this is about. Well, that's part of it, but there's so much more. The fact that you don't get that proves we are wasting our time. You will never be who I need you to be. It's the only response to that. Your suffering must be more severe. I am not who you want me to be. I wipe my eyes and he looks out the window. But you are who I want you to be, he says. What the fuck kind of... But you are who I want you to be, he says. I wish I could believe him. I wish it wasn't so incapable of feelings. You're not, is all I could say. I didn't want to cry in front of him, but I can't seem to stop myself. I have cried so many times since I met him, and if I get tangled back into his web, this is how it will always be. I'm not what? Who I want you to be. You do nothing but hurt me. I walk past him and cross the hall to the guest room. I hastily pull my pants up my legs and gather my things. Harden's eyes follow my every move. Didn't you hear what I told you yesterday? He finally says. I was hoping he wouldn't bring this up. Answer me, he says. Yeah, I heard you, I tell him. Avoid looking in his direction. His voice becomes hostile, and you have nothing to say about it? No, I lie. He steps in front of me. Move, I beg. He is dangerously close to me, and I know what he is going to do as he moves in to kiss me. I try to back away from him, but but his strong hands pull me closer, holding me in place. His lips touch mine, and my tongue tries to push through my lips before I refuse. He eases his head back slightly. Kiss me back, Tessa, he demands. No, I push his chest. Tell me you don't feel the same, and I will go. His face is inches from mine. His breath hot on my face. I don't. It hurts to say the words, but he has to go. Yes, you do, he says, his tone desperate. I know you do. So that was just a fucking lie. I don't, Harden, and neither do you. You can't possibly think I bought that. He lets go of me. You don't believe that I love you? Of course not. How stupid do you think I am? He stares at me for a second before he opens his mouth and closes it again. You're right, he says. What? He shrugs. You're right, I don't love you. I was just adding to the drama of the whole thing, he laughs rightly. I know he didn't mean it, but it doesn't make his honesty hurt any less. Any part of me, a larger part, then I want to accept hopes that he actually did. He stands against the wall, and I walk out of the room, my bag in hand. As I reach the stairs, Karen smiles up. Tessa, sweetheart, I didn't know you were here. Her smile fades as she notices my distressed state. Are you okay? Did something happen? No, I'm good. I was walked out of my room last night, and Karen, Harden's voice stands from behind me. Harden! A smile slightly returns. Would you like something to eat? Some breakfast? Well, lunch? No, I was just going back to the dorms, I tell her. I said, I could eat, Harden says behind me. She seemed surprised as she looks at me and then back at him. Okay, great, I'll be in the kitchen. She disappears. I head for the door. Where you going? He grabs my wrist and I struggle for a second before he releases it. The dorms, like I just said, you're going to walk? What's wrong with you? You act like nothing happened. Like we haven't just been fighting. Like you haven't done anything. You are seriously insane, Harden. I'm talking mental institution, medicated, padded walls, insane. You say horrible things to me and then try to offer me a ride? I can't keep up with you. I didn't say anything horrible, actually. All I said was that I don't love you, which you claim you already knew. And secondly, I wasn't offering you a ride. I was simply asking if you were going to walk back. His smug expression makes me dizzy. Why would he even come here to find me if he doesn't care about me? Doesn't he have anything better to do than torture me? What did I do? I finally ask. I've been wanting to ask this for a while, but I've always been afraid of the answer. What? What did I do to make you hate me? I ask, trying to keep my voice down so Karen doesn't hear me. You can have practically any girl you want, and yet you continue to waste your time and mine to find new ways to hurt me. What's the point? You dislike me that much? No, it's not that. I don't dislike you, Tessa. You just made yourself an easy target. It's all about the chase, right? He says boastfully. Before he could say anything else, Karen calls his name and asks if he wants pickles on his sandwich. This is awful. He walked to the kitchen and answers her. I walk out the door. On the way to the bus stop, I figure I've already missed so many classes lately. I might as well just miss the rest of the day and get a call. Luckily, the bus pulls up minutes later, and I find a seat in the very back. As I slump down in the seat, I think back to what Landon said about heartbreak, that if you don't love the person, they can't break your heart. Harden repeatedly breaks my heart, even when I don't think there was any more pieces for it to break. I love him, and I love Harden. And that is the end of chapter 62, and that is where we are going to end. Wow, we got far. We got far today. We were at like 53. We're at almost 10 chapters. Oh, the relaxation is rough. I guess my Audible journey has to start somewhere. Smuttable equals Smut Bible. Fuck yeah, man. Get some smut books. I figured once, I mean, we still got a little chunk of ways to go. We're actually, I mean, we're over half. We're doing pretty good. But once we finish this, I don't know if you guys want to continue with the next book, with After We Collided, or if you want to do a different book. We didn't get as far as I thought. I know. I figured we would get much further, but I don't know. There was a lot to talk about. These were like a good 10 chapters. It was insane. Maybe we'll have to start making this more of a consistent thing. We'll have to do like another big read, because that would be crazy. I think would be doing another big read and then try to get through this book, because man, this is taking forever. It's good that it's taking forever, because that's the whole point. It's supposed to take time, but it's crazy that it has taken this far. Not deep enough for Tessa. No, she likes the double digit real deep now, as we've learned. It is a rough fucking time, but okay. We are going to raid out, I think. Mags has a raid. We're going to be back, actually, so real quick. So today is a big thing. Let me go back to regular chat. Chat on. Can I go back from here? I can. Let's go back to game. Badank. There we go. A little janky there, but... So, it's our stream anniversary. It's my 1 year. So you're still doing community games. Yep. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely welcome to join. We're going to be back at 2 o'clock doing community games. I think we're going to start with Goose Goose Duck, because it's the simplest, and it's free, and it's easy. And our British buddy, yeah, absolutely.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh. Hail to the king, baby. But who? But who what? Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, Max. But, but who are we rating? I don't know. I just saw your message. Hold on. We can raid out to... Why don't we do Sleepy? Taco's on? Wait, Taco's on? Hold on. Taco's on? I didn't know Taco's on. Am I not following Taco? Oh, thank you for the victory celebration. Sorry, I was not following Taco. And apparently you do that. All right, we're going to rate Taco then. Let's go right out to Taco. 1 year more. Yeah, the goal is to continue to do this forever, ideally. But we'll see. I'm excited. I'm happy. We're going to be back. He went from Kingdom Come to racing. Okay, sure. Let's rate out to Taco. Taco's great. All right, we're rating out to Taco. He is an awesome friend of the stream. I'm excited to be playing with him later. We'll be back at 2 o'clock. That's like 3 hours from now. I'm going to go chill for 3 hours. Very recently started streaming. Okay, so he wasn't streaming before. I feel bad that I wasn't following him, because he's been around for a while, and I love talking to Taco. He's like one of my favorite people to talk to. But that's going to be it. We'll be back. I'll plug more stuff later. Thank you. We're going to end. I'm going to go eat breakfast. Stay awesome. Stay horny. And stay awesome.
Critical levels of awesomeness detected.
Hi, we're back. We're rating. We're rating out. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Riza. How are you? I am okay. Good. I'm following you already. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. It happens. We literally just said we're ending. We're gonna be back real quick. So tonight, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock EST. We're gonna be back playing games with viewers for my stream anniversary, because it's my stream anniversary today. So we're taking you on a raid to my buddy Taco. We're gonna go raid him. That's it. Thank you so much for raiding to me. Rizza, I really appreciate it. We'll be back at 2 o'clock, though, and we're going to play games. Everyone, yeah, follow. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you so much. We'll see you around, okay? We'll see you around soon. Come hang out with us. It's a community day because we do this for you guys. We just finished reading 2 hours of After. It's been a rough time. I need to rest my voice and drink some tea. Thank you. Love you guys. Stay awesome, stay horny, stay wonderful. Right after taco. Let's go. End.
Critical levels of awesomeness detected.